Hey everybody, how's it going? We're going to be doing these mat chats and these huddle discussions here in video form. We normally do these at my karate school or my martial arts school, cutting edge karate and Krav Maga. But we're going to do this video form to help give parents another tool to help their kids throughout the day and maybe show them a video in the morning to get their day started off right. I know a lot of people are at home right now and only some people have gone back to school in person, but a lot of people are still on Zoom. So I thought it would be a good idea to have the kids maybe watch one of these discussions throughout the week. So I'm going to try to do them weekly, but we'll see how it goes. So the first topic today is called Are You Likable? Are You Likable? Jordan Peterson has a book called The 12 Rules for Life, and one of his rules is don't let your kids do anything that makes you dislike them. So we're going to be playing off of that today. So with that being said, I will talk to your kids now, okay? So, hey guys, how you doing? It's good to see you. Okay, so one thing I want to let you know is, do you realize how much your parents love you? Your parents love you more than you could possibly imagine. You couldn't even imagine it. I know that you love your parents a lot too, right? I'm sure you love them so much, right? Your parents love you so much. However, did you know that sometimes they don't like you? Does that sound kind of sad? That's kind of hard to hear, isn't it? Right? Sometimes your parents don't like you. And let's go into that. Let's find out why, okay? Are you making yourself likable? Are you doing things to make the people around you and your parents like you? So if your parents are saying, hey, I need you to do something. I need you to go clean your room. And then you throw yourself on the floor and you start crying. Are you likable at that moment? Probably not. I'm sure your parents will be very frustrated in that moment. They'll still love you, but in that moment, they're not liking you very much. They just want you to go clean your room. It would be so much easier if you guys just went over and cleaned your room. Now, some of you are very good at that. Some of you aren't, though. In class, when we are in our karate class, if I'm teaching and I ask you to do something and you're giving me some attitude, are you likable in that moment? Now I'm going to treat you guys all with respect and I'm going to be kind to you, but at the same time I'm going to make sure that I enforce the rules and things like that. And if you're giving me attitude, I'm not going to take that. A lot of times I'll give you push-ups or have you sit off the mat and things like that. Okay, but at home, there's so many things that you can do to make yourself likable. Okay, so if your parents ask you to do something, like I need you to go brush your teeth. Yes, mom. Yes, dad. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'll go do that right now. You do it right away. Boom, you're done. Right? There's no argument. Right? There's no doing things to make you unlikable. Same thing with your friends. If you're with your friends and you always have to do the things that you want to do, right? And you only want to play the things that you want to play in the way that you want to play them, are you likable? Or are you making yourself not likable? When you're with your friends, do you find yourself arguing with them all the time? And then they just kind of give in to what you want to do? Are you kind to your friends? Are you kind to the people that you're around? When you meet your parents' friends, do you look at them and do you say, hi, how are you doing? Right? Are you respectful to them? Do you look them in the eye? Things like that. Those are things that make you likable. Okay, so we want to try to avoid the things that make us unlikable, and we want to kind of push towards the things that make us likable. So for example, let's take food, for example. That's a big one. I know a lot of kids and a lot of students of mine have a hard time eating foods that they don't like. Okay? Now there's a couple ways we could approach this. We could approach this and get upset and angry and cry and do all these things that make us unlikable. Okay? Or we can approach it and just try to be like, you know what, this is very important to my parents. My parents really love me. They want the best for me. And even though I don't like this food, I'm going to eat this anyways, even if I don't like it. Because that'll make my parents happy. Because sometimes we get in the mindset of just being selfish and just thinking about ourselves. So I want to try to push it out and try to think about, how is this making my parents feel? Right? How is this making my friends feel? How is this making my training partners feel? How is this making my teachers feel? Does that make sense? Am I making the job of my teachers and my parents, am I making their job easier or am I making it harder? Does that make sense? So the challenge for the week is that what I want you to try to do is I want you to try to think of all the things that you do throughout the day. You can even talk to your parents about it, or you can talk to your friends. And I want you to ask them, what are the things that I do that you don't like? Right? Find those things out, right? Because I'm sure you do a lot of different things where you give some attitude, you talk back when your parents say, hey, I need you to do this. You say, no, I already did that, and things like that. I'm sure there's a lot of those little things. Talk to your parents about it, see if they have some things that would help them out if you tried to avoid those things, okay? And I want you to try to find those. I want you to try to get rid of some of those things that make you unlikable. Does that make sense? Because we want to be likable. At the end of the day, it's much better to be likable than to be unlikable, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the challenge for the week. I want to hear all about it, right? Tell me about it in class. You can comment on this video. You can comment on YouTube or Facebook. I'm going to put it up in both areas. And let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I want to try to be as likable as we can, right? We still got to make sure that we're standing up for our principles, but most of the time it's just, hey, I need you to go clean your room, and then you just give some attitude or something like that, right? I need you to do your school, and then you like whine and complain and all this kind of stuff. Let's get rid of the complaining, let's get rid of the whining, let's get rid of all of that, and let's make sure that we're making the job for our teachers and parents much easier. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I will see you hopefully next week. We'll see how this goes, but I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.